Interesting. So we'll bring on our panelists now. Let's start with the executive producer and showrunner for the series, Josh Friedman. Thank you. Next up, she plays Catherine Weaver, who has a little bit of a secret she's keeping from those around her. She also happens to be a rock star, Shirley Manson. Next up, you might know her from series like The Unit and The 4400, and the show most likely to get a woo from you guys, Firefly. Please welcome Summer Glau. So I'd be remiss if I didn't say with that clip reel, the whole thing was really cool, but the final shot, what's going on there?
Next question.
Has Cameron fallen down and John is helping her back up?
You know, things happen on the show. Sometimes they're real, sometimes they're not real. You don't know. I'm not going to tell you what was going on. Come on. You don't want me to tell you.
Oh, you're among friends here, so here's another easy question. The 3 dots. What's going on there?
All will be revealed.
Shirley, I wanted to talk to you because you obviously joined the show this year. As far as I know, you and Josh knew each other socially before this, but what was your reaction when he came to you and said, so I'd like you to play a Terminator on my show?
Well, I think I've said this many, many times. I thought he was joking.
I was. It's very uncomfortable.
I didn't think he was serious, and then when he did contact me and asked me to come in an audition, I really felt sick with nerves, to be honest. I had no idea what I'd got myself into.
Josh, you knew Shirley. What made you think that she was the one for this role?
Well, I mean, like most women, Shirley scares the shit out of me. Adam Baldwin told me to be funny.
Well, Summer, this sort of ties into that little clip we saw there at the end with Cameron and John, but I wanted to go back to a scene earlier this season that I thought was pretty fascinating, which is the scene when you came to John's room and dropped your coat outside and go in. And my question there is, clearly she's trying to manipulate him, but what is the line between she's doing this because this is her programming and she needs to protect him, and that there is actual emotion there? What do you think about that?
Well, that was one of my favorite scenes. I mean, Thomas and I can't stop laughing when we have to do that stuff together, but we really enjoy it because we've been working towards it for 2 seasons now. I loved the addition of the Riley character because I really felt like it gave me an opportunity to ask questions about Cameron's position being threatened and if she's capable of feeling insecurity and jealousy. And so I tried to make it, I tried not to take it too far, even though I wanted to like have a cat fight with her and, really go after John. I tried to be subtle.
Shirley, since you're also playing a Terminator, I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think your character has sort of a line that she cannot cross emotionally, or is there times where, despite her programming, maybe there is a strange notion of emotion involved in her decisions?
Well, I don't know if that's if any of us really know the answer to that question, to be honest. Like, does a machine experience emotion because they've been programmed to such an extent that they become they develop a sense of emotional intelligence? I don't know. I mean, I couldn't answer that question. What I find really interesting about playing a robot who isn't overwhelmed by emotions in any way, they are capable of acts of great cruelty, and also capable of doing good things by complete default. And I think that's sort of interesting to investigate.
Josh, the show has such great character moments and introspective moments, which leads me to my next question, which is, when is Shirley and Summer going to fight?
You should have been in the green room a few minutes ago. I mean, it was just brutal.
Over that last sandwich?
Over the last sandwich. So the CBS Paramount sandwiches, not the Warner Brothers sandwiches,
Right.
which were not as good. Well, someone asked me that the other day. I mean, who would win in a fight? I mean, and I mean, as much love as I have for Summer, I mean, I think Shirley would kick her ass. So
It's true.
Age over beauty.
So is that a scene that, maybe we can look forward to eventually down the line?
Well, there's that mud wrestling scene when we're in our bikinis.
There is the mud wrestling scene. Right. There is the mud wrestling
Set your
scene.
DVRs for that one. Yeah. Josh, there's been some fans lately who've been saying they don't feel there's been enough Cameron in their lives. What can you tell them about future episodes?
Well, there's never enough Cameron in anybody's life, really. I mean, Summer and I have talked at length about this because I agree, and I think that, on the one hand, it was something that I don't want to say that I tried to write Cameron out of episodes because I would never do that. I think that I just was kind of in this place where we were really focusing on the Sarah character for a few episodes, and I think I'm kind of the feeling like if you're going to do something, do something. And one of the challenges with the Cameron character is that she's as much, if not more, of an alpha as the Sarah character. And sometimes it's kind of fun when they go and do missions together, and it's kind of this weird, strange buddy cop movie. But if you really want to investigate, Sarah, it's sometimes hard to have Cameron around, and so it became a bit challenging. That said, the last 6 episodes, I believe, have a lot of Cameron, and there's some stuff in the last few episodes that I think are pretty amazing for Summer.
Those clips showed quite a bit, or at least the very beginning of them did, of Catherine Weaver's daughter, which I thought was really an excellent addition to the show and added a creep factor to all of Catherine's scenes. For you, Shirley, what was that like, finding out that this mechanical character was pretending to be a mom to this little girl?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I think, just watching what's happened with Octomum is an example. Is an example of how society views, a bad mother, and I relished the whole concept of playing the machine Terminator mom opposite Savannah, because it sets up a great, relief to Catherine Weaver and helps the audience really sort of, it's that hiss factor, when you walk on stage and I welcome that. I love playing this sort of villainess, and having a child there sort of sets that up for great triumph and public scorn.
And I have to ask, we were just talking backstage about this, about how awesome that scene was where you decimated that warehouse full of people. How was that for you to get to do?
Thank you. Well, I was saying to Josh earlier on, when I watch the episodes, I watch them in real time, like with you guys, and I spend most of the time criticizing myself and feeling very self-conscious, but in that scene, I sat there and I was thrilled and I totally believed in myself. I got sort of lost in it. I was like, wow, I am scary badass.
You are.